Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube? NES Ruler, and welcome to a brand new series. Yes, we'll be starting up a brand new series today. This is a series I've been wanting to do for a while, but I never knew if people were really interested, so I figured I'd do a test, and I posted my IFC Midnight collection that I just completed, and I was figured to see what the response to that is, and I threw a little tidbit at the end of the video if people wanted to see the series come to fruition to let me know. And it seemed like people were interested. Got some feedback to it, so I figured I might as well jump into it. And we'll be talking about every IFC Midnight film in the label. Who knows how long it will take me. Probably by the end there'll probably be a shit ton more movies. But, you know, it's one that I've been wanting to do for a while. You guys know I love my IFC Midnight. It's my favorite label. It's a label I've collected for years. So, you know, it's one that I've been wanting to do. And today we'll be talking about a film that has been having a lot of buzz recently. I think now that we're towards the start of 2017 and the end of 2016, a lot of people are putting out their 2016 list. This is a film that was on a lot of people's lists. And I know JP just recorded a first episode of this new podcast that he's doing, Netflix and Chill, I think it's called. And he reviewed this movie. So a lot of people have been talking about it. And I've posted on the 22 Shots, Moods, and Horror Facebook page that I was going to review this one. And a lot of people were telling me that they really enjoyed it, so I was curious about it. And I know from earlier on in the year when the movie got released, they had a lot of buzz and people were really hyped on it. So finally checked it out. It's a movie called Baskin. It's a Turkish film, and this is a directorial debut from this director. First film. This movie has, the cinematography is really, really great. I think that's really the highlight of this film. It really has a mood and a style that you could compare to a Fulci film, I think. I think it's most similar to one of his movies. It has a really great blue and red color scheme, very similar to a Giallo, but it just pops, and I think it fits for this setting, and that's another highlight. The setting is absolutely amazing. I think if they didn't find a creepy setting like this, like they did in this film, I don't think it would have been as effective, but they were able to find this really run-down piece of shit building, and it just looked like it belonged there, and I'll get into the plot in a second. But, you know, besides the color scheme and the cinematography and that setting, the police building, that's really what makes the film shine. It's basically follow 5 police officers, 4 veterans, you could say, and 1 rookie. And they're eating lunch or dinner at this restaurant, and they get a call over the radio to go to this police station in this abandoned town. Not abandoned town, but in this isolated town. And they decide to go there, and they're driving, and they ultimately end up, the car, of course, ends up breaking down, and they end up in this rundown police station. And they go inside this police station, and that's when they notice something isn't right here, and shit is going down. There's a whole bunch of crazy demon type of characters. Of course, they're all naked, which is, you pretty much right when you see that, you kind of understand that this is clearly hell, you know. And so, you know, like I said, the building is perfect. It's a labyrinth, and right when they go into the building and they're walking around, it's a really tense-filled sequence of events, I feel, in my mind. You know, I don't get really scared that much anymore from watching all these movies, but as they're walking around, you know, I was getting creeped out, you know. The atmosphere of this police station was just absolutely amazing. And there's this one shot where they're going down the staircase, and it is a bird-eye view shot from the top. You know, it's not the most original shot, but it's a bird-eye view shot from the top of the staircase looking down. You can see all the bricks crumbling and the cobwebs and all that kind of shit. And it's just creepy as all hell. And then ultimately they end up into the basement where they meet this leader. I think it's ultimately, you know, supposed to be a Satan type of a character, and then they learn more about what's going on and themselves and everything like that. And along the way, there's some gore and some other things. Like I said, I don't really want to spoil it because it's a film that, while it's not that hard to spoil it, you know, there's some spoilers going on in it throughout, especially towards the end where you learn what is going on and what ultimately happens. But, you know, like I said, the highlights of this movie, definitely the atmosphere and the cinematography. And the acting, I think, is pretty good. I think this is like one of the first Turkish films to get a main release, at least Turkish horror films to get a main release. Before this, I think I've read that you know, there wasn't any other Turkish film to get national attention like this movie did. And when people were seeing it in theaters, at festivals, you know, it was getting a pretty positive response. So it's definitely an avant-garde film. It's definitely a film that you'll have to watch more than once to fully grasp what's going on. I think I don't even know fully what is going on. But I think it's definitely a film that you could watch again, and then you'll start to pick up on more things surrounding what happens in this basement of this police station with the 5 cops. Their acting is pretty good. You know, I believe them that they're actually cops. The main cop, he's pretty good. The rookie, he's pretty good. Like I said, it's pretty good acting overall. And the guy who plays the Satan character, he does a really, really great job. I think this is his first movie. And he has some kind of condition where he just looks really, really creepy. I didn't think they had to put too much makeup on him to make him look like that. But, you know, he does a really, really great job as well. And I think I read online that this was his first performance. So I got to give him credit for that, see when he goes from there. But I'm curious to see more films from this director as time goes on. Like I said, I'm curious to see if he carries that similar surreal Fulci style in his films as time goes on. But as it says on the back, art house horror that becomes a household name among genre fans. So we'll see. Will this film continue to be talked about from years on? I don't know. I don't completely think so. Is it going to be talked about as like the greatest hell ever since Hellraiser? Maybe. You know, I think it has some possibilities to be talked about as, oh, this is a really, really great interpretation of hell. But I think that's something that we'll have to see as time goes on and see as the film continues to pick up pace as the years go on. But overall, I really, really recommend you check out Baskin if you are into art house movies. It's definitely an art house film. And if you guys are into complex films, don't go into this thinking you're going to connect the dots right away. It's definitely one you're going to have to sit down and think about and watch again to figure out what is completely going on, and you can make your own decision on it. So I say check it out. I think it's worth it. It's one of the better IFC Midnights out there. You know, a lot of them aren't so good, but this is definitely one of the better ones. So check it out. I recommend Baskin. So yeah, that is my review of Baskin. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NESRuler22. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know. Give me some feedback if you guys want to see more of these. I assume so since I did the first one. But if you guys want to see more and more, please just let me know. The more motivation I get, the more likely I'm willing to pump them out. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. I hope everybody's doing well. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys.